Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I apologize for the delay. We had a little delay here and some of our attendees making it due to traffic. So we're glad. It must have been rush hour in Adrian or
Riga.
Okay, rush hour.
Really rough in Riga.
So welcome to the May 15th, 2025 accounts payable meeting for the County of Lenawee. I'll call the meeting to order and I would ask for approval of the minutes of May 1st, 2025.
So move.
Support?
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator
Elliott.
Elliott, I knew that. Deputy Administrator Elliott. So are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. We'll now review the run of 5-6 and see if there's any questions on that run.
Why don't you start with yours, Jim? Because I'm sure you'll have some.
I do. On page 1, I was just interested in right on the first page there, Paul, 13,469, children advocate supplies of $2,500. We have
yes, this is for the Catherine Cobb House, and this is for children that need basically basic living things.
Okay.
And this is coming from the DHHS.
Okay. It's funded through DHHS. Okay, very good. And then down a little further for Dr. Whedon, orthodontics Lilly funds $1,695. That's for, who's that for?
That is for a specific individual. DHHS is also, well, it's coming from the Lilly Fund, but it's also coming, which is being paid from.
So for Child Protective Services, is that?
I'm not certain on that. It was someone that DHHS determined that these funds would help them, but
The Lilly Fund is
yes, the Lilly.
Like an endowment that's right, it's made available, and DHHS has discretion over who to award these various distributions to. At least at the meetings I was at, that seemed to be the discussion I heard when I was.
Okay.
Yes, that is.
Yeah. So it's like somebody left a gift,
Okay.
and I think the Lilly family is the name from memory.
You didn't have anything further, Deputy Administrator Elliott, or did you?
No, I believe that's correct. Children can come under various reasons, interact with DHHS, and if they have the opportunities to assist a child get care of some type that they wouldn't otherwise receive, they have opportunities with that fund or with frankly other funds as well, depending on what level of interaction they're having with DHHS to fulfill those needs.
Okay, good, thank you. On page 5 of that run, for the state of Michigan, 1315 driver's license clearance juror comp, or it's only $530, I guess, but I was just kind of curious what juror comp.
I am not certain on the exact fee. However, these are all fees given to the state of Michigan, which we collect through different certifications given out by the county clerk or fees from the courts, and each of those go into a specific category, which is then returned to the state.
Okay. Okay. Going down to back to page 2. Sorry, I went over that one. I noticed that the buildings and grounds, do we buy a lawnmower and a chainsaw just for the human services building? I mean, wouldn't they have that in their equipment? There's 2 items there. You got a lawnmower for $396 and a chainsaw at the human services building. I can't imagine we have a lot of trees over there, but anyways, for $208.
It is very possible that the lawnmower may be equipment to service that lawnmower. And it would be my guess that they, to stop from having to move these to different locations, it may
Oh,
be
they keep
more.
one right there?
Yes, that would be my assumption. I can reach out to Building and Grounds to confirm that.
In the same way with a chainsaw? Go ahead, Deputy Administrator Elliott.
And also maybe that we house those there because we actually, that's a different fund. HSB kind of essentially funds itself through rent and various things so that they keep those materials separate from their regular materials because those are funded through the HSB funds.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Um,
There's a very big expenditure anyways, right? $200, right? Okay.
uh, So I had an interesting process here on page 9. I don't have any problem with it. I noticed that we got a new fax machine for Commissioner Tillotson. And I understand that Commissioner Tillotson was grandfathered in when we went to the computer system. I don't think any of you were here when we went to the computer system. When I started on my chairmanship previously was when we went away from paper and went to computers, and part of the agreement is that any commissioner moving forward, they would be required to have electronic submissions of these things, and if they didn't, they'd use part of their stipend, they'd have to use their stipend to do it. So is that still in effect for any new commissioners? I mean, we don't have any new commissioners that aren't doing electronic, do we?
No, we do not have any other new commissioners using anything other than the iPads that are provided or their own electronic device.
Okay. And so hopefully we make that very clear on orientation for new commissioners because, we spent a lot of money converting this over to electronic and, I know that we don't need to be running 50 pages of reports. That's what we were doing before, for commission meetings. So.
No, that is correct. We do have some commissioners who may request an agenda, a hard agenda, just for note taking and things of that nature, but we're not running multiple packets and things of that nature.
Very good. And then I think I had one more here.
That line item will self-obsolesce at some point.
Right, that's right. Okay, on page 10 for the sheriff's department, it just seemed a little odd that it says vehicle adapt int, and speaker with remotes for $2,500.
That's part of the radio system.
Speaker with remotes?
Yeah. Motorola probably
Well,
furnishes
yeah,
their-
I know that, but
Right.
I mean, I was just kind of curious. Do you have any backup information on that?
I do not currently. I would have to reach out to the sheriff. My assumption is that it would be a loudspeaker when.
Oh, that goes into the car for announcements or something? Can you check that out? Just be sure. I'm kind of curious on that.
And it could be a remote speaker on the outside of the car.
That's all I had on the 5-6 run. Do you have any on the 5-6?
I don't have anything additional.
Dan? Shannon? Okay.
No.
Okay, so we'll go to the one on 5-13. And I only had one on this one. Don't be shocked, Paul. On page 9, we had the Lenawee County Bar Association 2025 dues for $900. Is that for a number of people?
Yes, I believe the prosecutor paid all of their dues on one invoice.
Okay, for all the prosecutors, assistant prosecutors.
Yes, I
Okay,
believe.
very good. That's the only one I had on that run.
I have one on page 12, just curious, under Veterans Affairs, I see there's grant funded radio advertising. What does that look like for Veterans Affairs? And again, I mean, what types of things they're advertising?
Yeah, they advertise for the benefits that are
Services.
available so that the people that don't, the veterans out there that don't know about it have access to it. Our Veterans Affairs, when we passed that millage back in the 2000s, I guess it was, early 2000s, it was absolutely amazing the amount of veterans that our Veterans Affairs office helps. Most Veterans Affairs office don't have the inflow that we have, and they have just done a tremendous job out there getting money for these veterans, which I absolutely love. I think it's a great program.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not offering any criticism, just trying to understand
No,
the
yeah,
mechanism.
I understand, right?
Yeah. That's all I had on that one.
Anybody else on the run of 513? Dan?
The
Deputy
smarter we
Administrator.
get, the less we ask.
Okay. No anomalies that you're aware of, right, Paul?
No anomalies.
Okay, very good. So I would ask,
I would hope we would hear them before here.
never hurts to ask. just in case.
I think that formally covered.
I would ask for approval of the accounts payable vouchers as discussed.
So moved.
Support?
A motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator Elliott. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Other business, just a reminder, in 2 weeks, I will be in Chicago, so I will not be at the meeting, so
I better make an extra note on that one.
make sure you get that one on your calendar, so. Any other business to be brought before accounts payable? Hearing none, is there any public comment? Seeing and hearing none, although I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Support?
We have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator Elliott. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.